What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. I am in beautiful Fort Myers Beach, Florida, and it's a little windy here, so I'm only doing the intro here, and I'm going to shoot the rest of it in the Airbnb. But I wanted to say welcome from a beautiful area. The hurricane came through a couple days ago, and we got here right after it, and luckily, I think we made it just in time. But this video is going to be about the Borderlands movie, and what an absolute complete catastrophe this thing is going to turn out to be. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article talking about how Borderlands movie is going to be a complete box office bomb. Before I even get started with this video though, check out this view. I'm in Fort Myers Beach, Florida. The water is on the other side, but so is the sun, so I figured I'd sit on this side of the Airbnb. It is an amazing place and very humid here, but otherwise pretty beautiful. Anyways, this movie is going to be a complete box office bomb if these critics are to be believed. And I know the first thing people think about when they hear, oh, you're gonna just listen to the critic reviews. Well, yeah, because it feels like this time they're not being bought off. They're all in lockstep with why it's a bad movie. They're not faking pushing it forward. There's no anti-DEI agenda that's making them hate on it. No, it's just a straight up bad movie. And as of when I was writing the article for smashjt.com, there were 10 critics that talked about how terrible it was, from IGN to a whole slew of other movie review outlets that were just saying it was a bad movie, straight up. There were no redeeming qualities about it. And all 10 of those critics gave it a negative review on RottenTomatoes.com. And then I saw one person after I was writing the article that I had to go back and start adding some things, because one person said they liked it. Grace Randolph. And those of you that don't know who that is, I actually was introduced to her when I was on, I think it was Yellow Flash's stream. We were talking about Star Wars Acolyte and how she was giving it a positive review and going through step by step why people were basically misunderstanding Star Wars Acolyte and why it's a good thing. And I was like, that's strange, because no one likes Star Wars Acolyte, and yet Grace Randolph was the only person that liked the Borderlands movie so far out of 11 critic reviews. And diving further into it, her review for it is hysterical. She talks about how she never played the game, she's not a gamer, and she thought the movie was good because Cate Blanchett is in it.
Just imagine if Joan Crawford were in a video game or comic book movie adaptation. Well, you don't have to imagine it anymore, because now you've got Borderlands with the closest thing possible, and that's two-time Oscar winner Cate Blanchett as the star playing bounty hunter Lilith. It's so surreal to see. If you're at all a fan of Cate Blanchett or classic film, you kind of have to see it, because, you know, what if they made these types of films that they make today back in like the heyday of Hollywood?
Yeah, Grace Randolph likes Cate Blanchett a lot. Almost like there's some sort of love affair going on there. It's very, very strange. And I'm not saying, by the way, that you can't just like a movie because there's a specific actor in it. I feel like you could say that about a lot of old school Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. But if I start diving into your reviews and I see how you give a poor review for Oppenheimer and a glorious, phenomenal film review for Barbie, I'm like, that's just a little bit curious, you know, not necessarily something that I feel like the film-going critics in masses would agree with. But whatever, like, you're allowed to not like a movie or like a movie based off your personal preferences. But what even is Borderlands? According to the overview, the film centers around Lilith, played by Cate Blanchett, an infamous bounty hunter with a mysterious past who returns to her chaotic home planet of Pandora, tasked with finding missing daughter of the universe's most powerful man, Atlas, portrayed by Edgar Ramirez. Lilith forms an alliance with a group of misfits. The ensemble cast includes Kevin Hart as Roland, and Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis, and Jack Black as the wisecracking robot Claptrap. Together, they battle alien species and dangerous bandits, aiming to uncover one of Pandora's most explosive secrets. Watching the trailer itself looked like an absolutely atrocious movie experience, and then scrolling through the YouTube comments themselves, it was so bad that I'm actually surprised that the studio didn't turn the comments off. It felt like I went through the entire scrolling of all the comments and couldn't find anyone saying anything positive whatsoever about this movie, not even holding out hope for some slight excitement. And most of these comments were coming through before the critic reviews even appeared on Rotten Tomatoes, meaning that people watched the trailer and were like, yeah, that looks like hot garbage from the trailer, before even seeing the movie. So it's not like the trailer could even try to mask how bad the movie was, because it's that bad. And this movie is rated PG-13. I feel like it could have been better served being R-rated, but alongside everything else I'm going to talk about here, clearly this movie was being created not to make a great, fantastic, memorable movie experience, but trying to make money off an IP. And when you start with a movie and you do that from the jump, it's most likely going to fall flat on its face. Some of the actual professional critic reviews are saying, Borderlands feels like glorified cosplay, where capable performers like Blanchett and Curtis merely take position and feign emotion to get a nice group picture. Edgar Ortega from Loud and Clear said, Borderlands is what an out-of-touch executive thinks cool kids would find appealing. One obnoxious quip after another that feel outdated as soon as they're uttered. Shaquille Lambert from CG Magazine said, it all just looks like celebrities participating in a Borderlands-themed escape room instead of an actual movie. I feel like these are all saying a very similar thing, where it's just like they're getting together for a group picture. They're getting together just to be in the movie. But there's not actually any substance to the movie itself. Jake Kleinman from Inverse said, in the age of CGI slop, Borderlands gets points for crafting a vibrant post-apocalyptic setting. It's just a shame it all adds up to Guardians of the Galaxy with worse jokes. And the criticisms go on from there, with no one else really saying anything at all positive about this movie. With a $120 million budget and some serious big names attached to it, it is actually impressive that they were able to falter this badly. And with such overwhelmingly negative reviews, the Borderlands movies is guaranteed for dismal performance at the box office if this holds true. While professional critics, like I said, are always met with some serious skepticism these days, I gotta look at their unified hatred for this film even existing in the first place, speaking volumes for the negativity surrounding it. I'm starting to wonder if Borderlands proper, Lionsgate Films and whoever else was behind it, should have put more of that money in the budget towards paying off some critics to at least pretend that they were enjoying the movie. I don't know. Pull a Ubisoft. Pay for their Disneyland trips. Show them like a movie in a very lavish place, and pay for their hotel room. Do whatever they could to try to get some positivity out of this movie. Because as it stands right now, this is looking to be one of the biggest film flops ever. I mean, maybe not to the lengths of Waterworld, but still pretty damn bad. But not all hope is completely lost, because again, this is currently just the critic reviews. You never know what the audience is going to say. And, we've seen times where critic reviews are in stark contrast of what the audience scores actually are. But again, you watch the trailer and you just see how pathetic it looks. It's kind of hard to hold out any hope for it, or even give it a chance in the first place, which ironically is what Strauss-Zelnick was saying on the quarterly earnings call, asking about if the live-action Borderlands movie would have any impact on Take-Two's overall operations. And Strauss said, let's just give the film a chance. A lot of people worked really hard on it. The underlying intellectual property is phenomenal. The cast is amazing. I think the look and feel is really terrific. So let's see what the audiences have to say. But to answer your question, no, the performance of the film won't have a financial impact on us or the franchise one way or another. But even Strauss-Zelnick is saying, please give this a chance. He's not saying, I love the movie. And we all know he definitely saw the movie. And he's just saying, just give it a chance. He just wants people to go pay for it and go see it and make up their mind on their own, which anyone who's trying to make money off of a movie is going to say. But it's not going to give them any more clout or weight holding in their conversation by saying, give it a chance. Don't Don't listen to the critics, please. Just pay your money. Go buy your tickets. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, again, check out smashjt.com. I will link this article in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please consider hitting that join button. And as always, you stay smashing.
Well, destiny awaits.
Smash, change,